for the meeting. And then once we go into closed session, I will be pulling up the files on the shared
When
screen.
are we live?
We are live now.
Good afternoon. It's January 3rd, 2025. And we are just after, we are 12:06 p.m. This is the 24th meeting of the Baltimore County Administrative Charging Committee. And as we do with every meeting, we will start with the roll call, starting with me, Joan Harris.
Sharon Connect.
Christopher Suey.
Misha Peterson.
And we are all present. First order of business is to approve the minutes from the December 13, 2024 meeting. May I have a motion to approve, please?
Yeah, you have to move that the Baltimore County Administrative Charging Committee hereby adopts the December 13, 2024 meeting minutes as presented.
Second, all in favor? Aye. And they are so approved. Just a couple of new business matters this afternoon. I wanted to follow up with the Police Accountability Board. They were to vote on the approval of the annual report. Donnie, what do we have?
It was approved and it's available on our website for anyone that would like to review it.
Okay, terrific.
And I have one, oops, sorry, go ahead.
To join will be February 17th? 10th, February 10th at 12.
Okay, let me just pull up one more thing. I'm going to pull it on my phone because it's the trial board updates. We had a boy. It's okay. Let's see here. When was the last meeting that we had here? It was
December 13th. Yes.
December 13th. Okay. So since that time, we had, I believe, I don't think we actually have had any trial boards since that time. There was one scheduled for January 7th. That was for failure to respond to a mental disorder. That trial board has been canceled due to the officer accepting the discipline recommended.
Mhm.
So the next trial board is on January 17th. That was one that was going to be held on December 17th, but got postponed due to an illness and is involving an officer who it's the use of force, conduct unbecoming to an officer, rude, discourteous conduct, and several other charges. So that is the next trial board coming up.
And I wanted to mention that we don't have a camera available today. So we are all participating by audio. The only other thing we wanted to do was, since we have a new member and it's always good to review some of our policies. So we thought we would just do a quick conflict of interest review for the committee.
All right. Let me pull up. I think I have it up here somewhere. I don't. So what I will do is just again share. I do have it on my phone, and I have reviewed it earlier. The COMAR regs for when a conflict applies here for the ACC, and this is a good reminder as we have many recurring officers, and we've been doing this now for a year and a half. Is that if there is a specific conflict of interest, a member should flag it ideally prior to review of the file, and you can flag that to the chair, and that can be announced at the meeting. If it's revealed upon review that there's a conflict, just flag it during the meeting and just recuse yourself from the decision and any discussion. And just as a reminder, with recusal, it is both, and we haven't had any issues with this, it's both recusal from discussion and from vote. So if there's something where it's a family member or a neighbor or someone who you just know personally in a specific way, not a general, I'm aware of who this person is, but a specific way, don't participate in the discussion as well as the deliberation and the vote. So that's mostly because we have a new member, but also because we have some recurring officers who have appeared in multiple cases, and we want to make sure that there's no concern about that would not be a conflict, for instance.
And we've had complainants that are similar. So we want to make sure that that's not an issue for anyone either. And so when you recognize the conflict, it could be during, when we start reviewing the files, and it could be by name, you recognize the officer's name or the complainant's name, or it could be during your initial review of it, and then you realize it. But at that point, all of review should stop. And then you would email me with a and to Henry. And that way we'll know, because it's possible that we may have more than one or two people that have to recuse on a particular case. And then we have to make sure we, have the quorum for the next meeting. And who knows, it could be something more, or Henry could be the complainant, and then the entire ACC would have to recuse. So just kind of a heads up on that. It's always a good reminder.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also just identify what the conflict is, because sometimes it may not be a conflict. It may be something that you say, hey, if this person, let's say that it's a person who lives in the same neighborhood, that wouldn't necessarily be a conflict. But, if you want to flag it, that's never a bad thing. And then we could just go over it and make sure that it's not a problem. So that was all. Just wanted to review that since Tamisha's coming on board, and I'm not sure how much they cover that in the training.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and
Thank
just
you.
do a reminder for our next meeting, since the next thing we would do is go into closed session. So next meeting is February 7, 2025 at 12 p.m. in this room, 118 Courthouse, the historic courthouse, and via WebEx. So unless anybody else has any other matters, I would like to ask for a motion to enter closed session, please.
Yes, we have moved that the Baltimore County Administrative Charge Committee hereby meets in closed session to review investigatory files in compliance with section 3-3-306 of the Baltimore County Code and COMAR 12.04.09.05D1.
All right, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And
Aye.
we are entering
Aye.
into closed session at 12:13 p.m.
Okay, I'm stopping the recording. Give me a minute.
All right, you're recording.
All right, at 3:17 p.m., we have returned to open session. And we don't have any other agenda items other than our next meeting is February 7, 2025 at 12 noon. May I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Yes, we have moved that the Baltimore County Administrative Charging Committee hereby adjourns until February 7, 2025, at which time it shall meet in room 118 of Baltimore County Historic Courthouse and by WebEx at 12 p.m.
All in favor?
Aye.
And thank you. We are adjourned.
Okay, hang on one moment.